Oh, that was fake?
Yeah.
Damn, they messed up.
Yeah.
I did my butt dirty. Because I posted it. It was fake.
Yeah.
Now.
The rap. Dude, what is it that you don't do?
Right, man. You know, God gave me all this talent. I gotta use it. I've been rapping. I've been doing music since a child. I played in the band. I was in the church choir.
What instrument you play?
Oh man, let's break it down. I played the trumpet, the baritone, saxophone. I'm a percussionist, so I played cymbals, xylophone, snare drum, tenor drum. Messed around with a little bass drum. And I played set, like when we had like jazz band and stuff like that. I played the set in school. Yeah, man. I'm a musicianist, man. Like, this is what I do. Like, people don't understand, when you're in the band, the percussion is in the back.
Right.
So when you in the stands, you're not knowing that you doing it anyway. As a percussionist, I know everybody that's in front of me. I got the flutes, I got the clarinet, I got the trombone, I got the trumpet, I got the saxophone, and I got the tuba.
Right.
I know all their parts. I know all their parts.
Right.
Even when I'm playing up here, and we all the way up here in the stand,
right,
I can hear the flutes all the way up here to the tubas, and I know their part. I know when we got to come in. So by me being musically inclined over the years, that grew with me. And when I started getting into the studio in 2012, and now I got 10 EPs out right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
This young Dolph, you were in one of his videos. His passing. In a very similar situation that what you could have lost your life, you and your brothers could have lost your life.
Right. What's quick?
You think about it?
Oh, hell yeah. It's life, you know, and you just got to stay prayed up. You got to keep your energy right, keep the people that's around you energy right, make sure that they okay, and, you know, just don't put yourself in a position where you could potentially get hurt. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I like to keep great energy.
Do you still have the same homeboys that you came up with around you, or did you?
Majority of them here. I ain't really no new friend. You know how people like, you got new people around you. No, you just acting new because you not around me no more.
Right.
Everybody that's still here is the same people that was here when you was here.
Right.
You just new with your new friends.
Right.
That's why everything is new to you, because you're not around the old shit you used to be.
Right.
So eventually some friends gonna fade away and some friends gonna stay. But you technically, like, if people are not on the same page as you in life, I think we have attachment problem.
Right.
We thinking people are supposed to be with us for the rest of our life. Hell no. Hell no. Listen, the reset button is A-OK. It's okay to hit the reset button. If shit ain't going good, hit the reset button. Change your surroundings. Change everything that you're doing, because maybe that's just God telling you, look, you're just going down the wrong path.
Right.
That's bad energy that's around you. So sometimes you just got to, basically that's really all you got to do is just stay prayed up, make sure that the people around you is not really like saying, like on the same page, just have a purpose in life.
Right.
That's it.
How do we end this violence? I mean, because a lot of times great rappers and they get, I mean, senseless violence.
Right. The B100. I come from the 90s, the beginning 90s, and we're primarily grew up off of structure. And like I say, remember what I'm saying, speaking out of turn and all that.
Right.
You wasn't talking unless you was being talked to, or you with your friends.
Right.
Grown folks are talking.
Right.
Little kids need to have their little kid conversation over there.
Right.
Now, everybody talking.
Right.
And it's a lot of jibber jabber, and ain't really no doctrines, and people are living no life of no morals no more.
Right.
So I feel like they gotta really see the old heads tap back into it. Not only that, people that the younger generation are looking up to, seeing that it takes communication in order for us to build a nation.
Right.
We got to have some form of infrastructure so we can sit down and be like, look, these are the guidelines, these are the rules, these are the protocols. Everybody just can't do what they want to do.
Right.
When you do something wrong, we sit down as a unit, as a community, be like, look, how can we resolve this problem so it won't get further? Because ain't none of this shit really this serious.
Right.
Because I'm going to be 100. Sound like niggas really scared to get punched in the face.
Right.
Who really got a problem with who? You got a problem with him? That's it. How can we solve this problem?
Right.
Because you having a problem with him mean all of them got a problem with all of them.
Right.
So you see how this small little interaction affects it's too much.
Right.
So we got to have these sit down really as a unit, a unified community to be like, whatever it is. It's just like with politics. Before they pass a bill, they sit down and talk about it.
Right.
Anything they want to do in this situation as a nation or this community, it's a committee, they talk about it.
Right.
Before anything can happen. And when that community talk about it, they send it to another community and see kind of what type of, what's the word I'm looking for?
You have a subcommittee and you have a committee.
You got a subcommittee, but see what type of...
to the committee, and then they talk about it.
They can have an agreement on something.
Right,
You feel what I'm saying? They got to compromise on something. Even though I don't like you and you don't like me, we can still have respect for each other. Not to hurt no goddamn body.
Yeah.
That ain't hard. That don't boost your ego or your status because you hurt someone.
Right.
That means, okay, you just hurt some damn body.
You didn't have the tools to communicate.
You don't know how to talk. That's what that sounds like. You don't know how to talk. So I feel like that's what we got to do as a unit.
Who are your 3 top ATL rappers right now? And then I want you to give me the ATL GOATs. The three top ATL rappers right
now.
Lil
Baby right now. He just received his 100th top 100 chart song.
Okay.
That's a goddamn. That's a lot. That boy going crazy.
Okay.
Who else going crazy down there right now? Mulatto doing her thing. Big Lotto.
Okay.
She doing her thing. That's a girl. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Salute. Got to salute to the women. And me. Shit.
So
gonna keep overlooking me.
Hey, Future, I'm sorry.
Shit. Oh yeah, OG. OG, what up, Future?
21 Savage.
I mean,
Offset,
all them my dog, man. All them my dog. Them my partner. You feel me? You just asked me who really going crazy like right now.
Yeah.
Like right now. Everybody know Future been going crazy. Right. We can see him as an OG. Right. I'm gonna put him as the OG.
Well, okay. Give me your GOAT ATL rappers.
Right now.
Right, no, the GOATs.
GOATs?
The GOATs. Mount Rushmore, I need 4. Your 4 best all time.
ATL?
Yeah.
God damn, I only get 4? Hey, we got some good ones, boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you about 6.
No, I ain't put
yeah, for 4?
I ain't put my 4 faces on them.
4 GOATs. All right. 4 GOATs, because I don't look in.
I'm going 3 stacks.
I'm gonna say Outkast, period.
Nah,
that's Outkast, that's a group. They come with good mob too, so I gotta put that. I gotta get Outkast them.
Okay.
Cause I get 3 more slots.
Okay.
Okay, shit. I only got 3. These my GOATs. My GOATs, who I listen to.
Okay.
I got Outkast. You know I gotta get some T.I.
Yep.
Man, you put me in a tight spot. You remember the Young Bloods?
Yeah.
I listen to Young Bloods all day, every day. And I'm gonna be 100. In my this Joe the Breeze. You know Joe the Breeze?
No, I ain't.
Woo! Boy, that cold. That boy cold.
How you gonna have a Mount Rushmore ATL and you ain't got Luda on that thing? You know Luda hit.
Luda is my dog, man. You asked me who I listen to, man. Luda is the king with flows.
What about Jeezy?
Jeezy is one of the kings of trap music. Well, you know T.I. is the king.
Yeah.
You know Jeezy is like, it's either you're gonna listen to T.I., Gucci, or Jeezy. You gotta pick.
What about Chain?
2 Chainz go crazy. 2 Chainz is like, he in his own lane. 2 Chainz, because you gotta understand, 2 Chainz bring fashion with rap too.
Yeah.
So he has a whole artistic flavor about him that really can't nobody step in his lane and he can't step in nobody else's lane.
Right.
So he got his own lane where he gonna always remain on top regardless.
What's your favorite sport?
Baseball. I told you I'm a shit talker, man. I'm out in the back in the outfield. Boy, that boy can't hit.
You were extremely happy the Braves won.
Listen, we got a championship.
You should have gave him some money to keep Freddie Freeman.
I told you my city, this is what my city do. We bring in greatness and we let them go. We don't know how to take care of nobody. That's why I keep telling the Hawks, man, don't let Trae Young go, please, man. Keep him.
Yeah.
Please.
Because you know they did that with Dominique.
Do you remember the time when we had Paul Millsap?
Yeah.
Al Horford?
Yeah.
Jeff Teague?
Yeah.
Ooh, we had Joe Johnson, Sulfur Lotion.
Yeah, and that little squad. But y'all wouldn't win nothing with that. You don't win that.
What?
You know at the end of the day.
With this
DC.
energy that we got now?
DC.
Oh,
at the end of the day, you got DC. DC.
Can I say him again? Paul Millsap, Jeffrey, Self-Lotion.
You gotta have a superstar.
Al Horford.
You gotta have a superstar.
We had superstars.
No, you had a star.
We had
y'all won 60 games and got swept.
I don't need for you to do all that. That ain't what I came here for.
Y'all won 60 games.
That ain't what I came here for. I would not let you do my team like that.
And what about the Falcons? Y'all had a 28-3 lead. Y'all had the Super Bowl.
I'm done talking. I'm done talking.
How ATL would be? How lit would ATL be?
I don't want to be here anymore.
DC, how lit would ATL would have been with the Super Bowl?
Hey, listen to me.
Y'all were ready to celebrate.
That game brings like a lot of emotion. I ain't never really got mad over a game. In my life, I was around so many Patriots fans, right? I'm in there talking cash money shit. I'm in there, what? Everybody shut up. 28-3. I'm in there. People they ain't even looking at the game no more. I'm like, is it just me? Is it just me? Everybody quiet. By the third quarter, the Patriots started doing some Tom Brady Patriot shit. And this when I knew something was up. When the nigga caught the football on his helmet, over his head, I said, some shit finna go down. I said, these boys up to something. I said, I don't know what it is, but I need the fourth quarter to get to 0 now. It need to get to, I don't care what it do. We need to have an accelerated clock on. It need to be Madden game now. We need to get to 0. Them niggas went to scoring after scoring after scoring. Now, I don't know. Can you tell me, is it politics in football?
No, y'all were just, all you had to do was just run the football.
Okay. Since you said it, Mr. Shaw, all we had to do was run the football.
Yeah.
Well, why they stop playing Freeman?
He got hurt.
No, he didn't.
No, you know who got, no. You know who got hurt? The other one,
we weren't using him no way.
No.
Why Freeman?
No. Freeman missed the block. Hightower ended up hitting Matt Ryan and fumbled it. They got the football.
So you gonna blame him for him popping Matt Ryan ass? Matt Ryan should have tucked that damn ball.
No. He got the ball. He pointed to him. When Hightower walks to the edge, he's a blitzer. He's coming. The running backs got him.
Okay, everybody make a mistake. You gonna take him out the game for that one goddamn mistake?
They couldn't. They had no choice. They didn't take him out. They left him in.
Who?
Freeman.
He didn't get the ball no more. Freeman had 100+ yards.
He was playing.
He had 100+ yards in the first quarter and didn't touch the ball no more after the first quarter.
I'm sorry I brought that up.
I know you did.
But y'all got.
Everybody got something to say about the Falcons at 28-3. Don't you know? This how crazy New Orleans Saints is. They got a banner, and we weren't even playing them niggas. They got a banner. Soon as you get out the airport, soon as you come out the exit, it's a big ass banner with Falcon Patriots 28-3. Remember this? I said we weren't even playing y'all niggas.
They ain't got nothing to do with
this. Ain't got nothing to do with y'all, and this how y'all hate us this bad. Oh.
Yeah, y'all really hate each other.
Man, listen. Now we really do love each other on the low. We got a love-hate. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. You can't come to Atlanta and talk about New Orleans if you ain't from New Orleans.
Right.
You can't be from nowhere else and talk about New Orleans people. That's our job.
Right.
And you can't go to New Orleans and talk about anybody from ATL if you ain't from ATL. Like, it's just something about that. Only we can do that. We got a love-hate relationship, but we love each other. But I don't like that banner, though.
Tattoos. You got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You got one that prominent right between your brow.
Bluket.
What is that one?
DC. It's an organization. Stand for the crew. Yeah, that's why my name Young Fly, but it's the crew, Young Fly, DC Young Fly. I got it on my forehead when my big brother passed in 2010, R.P. Richie. He was like the head honcho.
Right.
The reason why everybody was together. If he busted left, we busted left. He busted right, we busted right. And we were kids, man, and we was literally just getting out of high school. 18 at the time, and he ended up getting shot, got killed, and we was children. And, like, people don't understand, like, children get traumatized at an early age when they lose friends at an early age.
Right.
That's not the norm. It's normal now. You see kids getting killed left and right, which is not still normal. It's still crazy.
Right.
But back then, the goal was, the crazy part about it, this is a small goal. It was at least get to 25.
Right.
You get to 25, it's like, all right, you there.
Right.
Stop the young shit. Be a grown man.
Right.
But it was like, nah, man, we was literally getting out of high school. And when he passed, a lot of us was kind of like, just
time to grow up.
It was time for us to grow up, but we was thrown off.
Right.
We couldn't really quite grasp it. That's why things didn't start going good till I was 21.
I'll sit down with DC Young Fly in 3 years from now. Where's he gonna be? What's his story?
I'm gonna have some more kids.
Just mad at these kids.
Nah, man. I'm gonna be in my executive bag, man. My executive bag. No more ask. I'm only asking to build resources and to build this unit so we can actually work together. I see a lot of good in a lot of people.
Right.
And if we don't have those people to execute their potential talent or the spark you see in them, it's like, how can we continuously to keep the culture going? Like this hip hop culture, this is a part of the hip hop culture.
Right.
Anything that I'm doing is a part of the hip hop culture. So anything that we can add to keep it to grow, why not?
Right.
I know you don't want to work all your life.
Right.
I don't want to work all my life. Like you said earlier, I can't really be home with my children.
Right.
I want to be able to sit and you know, map out, be methodical about everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I see good in so many people, and I'm like, you know what? Damn, if you just had somebody to believe in you, you'll be all right. I'm telling you, that's all it takes is just somebody on the other side to fight for you.
Right.
That's it. That's what I'm gonna be in 3 years. I'm gonna like really be on my wheel packer, sitting down like really pushing like the next, whoever the next is, man, I'm going to grab them, man. I'm going to get them straight up. I don't care what it is. I don't care if I'm gonna put you in there another movie.
Right.
You at least been in one.
Right.
You need to use that and go prosper. We're gonna keep going.
I'm gonna give you 3 guys. I'm gonna get you out on this one. I'm gonna give you 3 guys to go on a comedy tour with for the rest of the year. Who you taking? Any three.
Any three?
Any 3 you want.
I still want to go with Martin Lawrence.
Okay.
I ain't been with Martin Lawrence. I done been everybody. Mike Epps, everybody. D-Ray. I ain't been with Martin Lawrence yet. Martin Lawrence. Dead or alive?
No, we gonna keep it alive.
I'm gonna keep it alive. I was like, all right, there. Okay, alive. Martin Lawrence. A lot of people, you know, Chris Rock's brother funny as hell.
Tony
Rock.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Pen game is like superb. Tony Rock. Man, I gotta say the OG Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Gotta say OG. OG.
Yeah.
Him, D-Ray was the first comedian ever to bring me on the road with him, and Mike Epps the first comedian to bring me on tour, like arena, like put me up under his wing, like Mike Epps, man, that's the OG. Like I look at him, Nick Cannon, D-Ray Davis, Carlos Miller, like all them guys coming up. When I was coming up, they was like right there. Them the main four that was right there, like put me up under their wing. So those will always be my OGs forever.
DC.
Hey, OG.
Appreciate that, homie.
Love you.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why all my
Didn't bother. But once the season's been over, I've been on his phone. We've been talking every day. That's my dog. You know him. Coach Prime, the greatest cornerback of all time, one of the top 5 defenders in NFL history.
Top 5.
Top 5?
What? Ain't no top 5. Top 5.
Who we debating with, Time?
Who 5? How you gonna put me in the top 5? That's insinuating. Last thing they heard was 5. You can't do that.
You jump at LT?
And what, I'm supposed to be scared of LT? This goes to the LT? Wait, come on. Hey, tell me where we from. Where we from?
From the crib.
Hey, you remember the last time we was at the Hall of Fame, and I got on LT and Ricky Jack. We started joning backstage, but we'll say that for a little later in the show. Thank you for allowing us to be 467,000 subscribers. We greatly appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you click that subscribe button. We've also pinned Shay by Laporte at the top of the chat. The holidays are right around the corner. Make sure you go out and get yourself a bottle or for someone that you love. Time, we're going to jump right into it. The Ravens beat the Jags 23-7. The Ravens improved to 11-4, clinch a playoff berth. The Baltimore Ravens have won 11 games this season for the first time since 2020 and for the third time in the last 5 years. Lamar, 14 of 24, 171, one touchdown, one pick. Trevor Lawrence was 25 of 43, 264, one touchdown, two fumbles. Time, you watched this game. What did you like about the Ravens?
I love them defensively. I love them defensively. They kept pressure on. They got so many playmakers up front. Linebackers run from sideline to sideline, reminding you of how Sugar used to run from sideline to sideline.
Sugar.
They don't make a lot of mistakes, man. Defensively, they just don't make a lot of mistakes. And when you have an offense, led by Lamar, and they control the clock, man, they keep possession. That's tough to beat them. It really is, because he is so capable of doing anything, making a throw, making a run, extending the drive to get a first down. I love what the Baltimore Ravens are doing right now. It's not spectacular, but I love how they do what they do.
Ocho, and you watch and you saw Lamar ran around for about 3 or 4 seconds, maybe even 5 seconds, throw the pass down the field, Lively jumps up and catch it, and the defensive guy just sitting down, and he looks up at Lamar like, damn.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin prank. This is the reckoning. 2024.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love him. Some call him one of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers, one of the funniest men on the planet, world-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's the top touring comedian selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director, icon, genius, a national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation and any generation, Mr. Cat Williams.
Thank you, sir.
How was that intro?
Magnificent. You are magnificent at intros, and you did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Very nice.
Anytime you come to Club Shay, we have to toast.
Yes.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
I did.
Appreciate that. Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah. This particular alcohol is stronger than you think it would be, probably by about 2. And unbelievably smoother and milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike cognacs the world over, this one doesn't taste like wood at the end, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
He's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a cognac connoisseur. He understands the method that goes into making cognac.
Right. Well, as a comedian, you get free drinks at the club. So all comedians either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself, or straight up and down alcoholics like 60% of Hollywood.
Well, Thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very, very busy, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule and stop in today, we really, really appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Cat.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guests. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
that. And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Cat Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Cat Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points.
3 quick.
You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he... What?
Oh my God, here we go.
The Kardashians have redefined the American dream.
Kimberly calculated from the beginning, how do I become famous?
Literally no one.
So
Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
right,
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me, to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Cat Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm gonna be funnier than you. What he told everybody was, Cat Williams, don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Cat?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Cat Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you asked it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you drink anymore the way I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Cat, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? 'Cause he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Cats on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Cat damn, you like this?
No, that's not.
Okay, what comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
Our cars have always had great range and great dynamics. Then to integrate all the functionality that you have in a typical crossover is something that's super important. So the cargo space in the rear, the additional...
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a stray.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. So why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing...
You will tell it?
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
but
no
I didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Watch football all season long, live and cable-free with YouTube TV. Try it free. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
You want to be great? You need to sacrifice.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're gonna circle back and we'll get
I want to protect him real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said, I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay,
so you had said that 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I said the dates wrong,
let's go back and clear that up.
Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
Take notes, I'm not gonna repeat myself.
We might just find common ground after all.
I can multitask.
You decided to take me up on my offer?
It's a great deal. I'll take it.
I would go skiing, but I don't have the right clothes.
The best ski brands at better prices at Sierra.
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Cat 30 times, and Cat didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Can you believe we're this deep into the NFL season? We got to make every second count. With DraftKings Sportsbook, you can make the most out of every game day. Bet on your favorite teams for a shot at winning big bucks. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 on any matchup. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now. Use code Shannon. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on the NFL. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Shannon. The crown is yours.
Let's get to your upbringing. Born in Cincinnati, Ohio, raised in Dayton, Ohio. What was Cat Williams' upbringing like? Your parents were Jehovah's Witness. You were a prodigy. You were brilliant. You talked to me that you got accepted to college at 7 years of age. You could read fluently at 3 years of age. So having that kind of knowledge, having that kind of prodigy, what was your upbringing? How was it? How was life as Cat Williams Crunk coming up?
I was often confused because I knew things and I wasn't sure how I knew them. I knew things that I felt like I don't have a reason that I know this, but I love to read. I was voracious because they told me when I was young that knowledge was powerful. That knowledge was power, and I had studied powerful people, and I really believed that. I immediately. My next project was to read the whole encyclopedia set. So when you're like 6, 7 years old, you read the whole encyclopedia set, you think you're one of the smartest people in the world, right, only to get out in the world and find out you don't know anything, you know? So it was a confusing time, but yeah, I had a childhood. I was grown, but I at 5 years old, I was in front of 5,000, 10,000 people giving a performance with a full suit and tie on. You know what I mean? So it came full circle for my life. I knew that the applause and the giving of information and laughs and truth to people somehow benefited them and also benefited you. And yeah, so when they would ask me what I wanted to be, everything that I would say that I wanted to be was something that didn't exist. And they would never give me credit for it because I needed to say a doctor or a lawyer, but that's not what I wanted to be.
So your parents weren't as supportive as you would have hoped because you were wanting to be things when you got older that they had no knowledge of or it didn't exist at the time?
No, it wasn't that. It was, I'm saying I'm almost 100 years old right now, but if we go outside right now, I can run a 4.340 or sub. I can do a 4.16 if I'm
there's Jimmy John's across the street. We can order a sub.
But
you've been on the submarine. That what you sub?
So back then it was even greater. So you got this guy that all the coaches want to play.
Man, Cass, don't do that.
Hold on, because I'm 5'5" in the 5th grade. I've been this high my whole life. Like, there was a portion of school where I was one of the big dudes. Like, as soon as everybody caught their growth spurt, I was out of there. But I'm saying I was a competitive individual. My father was an athlete.
I can see that.
Like, no, I've been 145 pounds my whole career. That's why I never bothered when they said, your cat's on drugs. I knew, how you gonna prove that? My body is a temple.
I've been the same size since I was 10.
Like, what do you? Yeah, like I haven't changed off this pivot foot. This has always been who I was before stand up or anything. But it was an interesting childhood. I appreciate my parents, even though I couldn't live within the religious frameworks of what they had set up. But that was more not wanting to live a double life and not want to embarrass my family. You know what I mean?
Because I read where a form of punishment for you is that they would take books because you mentioned you were such a voracious reader. And a form of punishment was when they would take the books for them because you could read fluently. You told me how at like 3 or 4 years old you could read, not just a little child's book, but you could read.
Well, I'm saying when we go to Haiti to do missionary work, understand that my mother and my father, nobody that's there with us speaks French. And it speaks Creole and reads French. So I'm in charge of everything, from the housing to the cars to the gardener. Like I'm saying, so I'm not just reading, I'm reading in multiple languages. Like
how old are you at that time?
I'm probably reading 3,000 books a year. From the time that I'm 8 years old to the time that I'm 12. No fiction books at all. I'm only reading nonfiction.
You could drive. At 12, you received a full scholarship to the National Science Academy in Dayton, Ohio. But you failed, so you would become ineligible. Why didn't you want to take that opportunity?
I didn't see it as an opportunity. When I got in there, all the students were wearing lab coats, and it seemed very confined and restricted, and nobody seemed like they were having fun. It just seemed like everybody was smart. I didn't want that. That wasn't what I was signing up for at all. And plus, I thought that Jesus was my big homie. So you know how you get a story about a dude joined the gang and you get a big homie, right? Like at this particular point in my life, my thought is that the Bible is the greatest book that's ever been written.
Okay.
That it houses the truth and that it gives you this story of Jesus and that I'm supposed to be like him.
Okay.
So it's already in my head that as soon as I get 13, I'm leaving.
You at 13, you don't only like, okay, Mom, I'm moving out. You moved from Ohio to Florida on your own. You weren't afraid. I mean, you like? Did you?
Hold on.
Did you not have?
So
what were you gonna do when you got to Florida?
Don't say I wasn't afraid. There's no such thing as a human being of not being afraid.
Okay.
There are certain human beings that understand that being afraid in no way stops you from doing what you got to do.
Okay.
So I was afraid, but I couldn't be that afraid because I knew what had happened with Jesus. I knew how it worked out. I knew that I wasn't in the wrong with how I was feeling, and I knew that I didn't have any bad intentions in it.
Right.
So I trusted God that it would work out.
Why Florida?
Because if you're raised in Ohio, the one thing on your list is, I'm gonna get away from snow, and I'm gonna get as far. I want to go. Tell me the place. I literally went to a truck stop and I asked all the truck drivers where they was going, and there was one guy going to California and there was one guy going to Florida, and they told me how long it was gonna take, and so that's why I ended up in Miami, because.
How'd you get there? You caught a bus? Or...
No, I just told you. I was at the truck stop.
So you hitchhiked?
I got.
Had to stop that right there. About to go get some food. I thought niggas could hear me at first. I didn't realize that my mic was on mute, so I'm sorry about that. But I was definitely responding, and yeah, I didn't know that my mic was on mute. I'm hungry. I need to eat. I just sat here and did my hair. I don't really know if I'm gonna style this shit. The curls is a style to me. I leave it curly. Fuck around and put a curly bun in or some shit. You feel me? But I don't know if I like doing my own hair. Only thing that's gonna be cool about it is the fact that it saves money. That's about it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. I think I'm gonna just go get some Wendy's. Wendy's seems like a good idea. I'm gonna draft that. I don't know what to eat. I'm hungry. I try to avoid McDonald's. Maybe Taco Bell. I seem to always go to Taco Bell. I think I'm gonna just go to Wendy's. Yeah, we're gonna go to Wendy's, guys. It's 8:03 Sunday. We're gonna go to Wendy's. I don't know if I'm getting back on tonight because I gotta work in the morning. But if I do, I'm gonna start the stream back up. So turn on them post notifications and we'll be back, baby. Hold on, I can't make it go away.